When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code LISTEN to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code LISTEN at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code LISTEN.
On today's Smart 7, good news on inflation deflation, Rishi suffers more Rwanda defeats and much more. It's Thursday 18th of April, it's National Exercise Day, and happy birthday David Tennant.
The Smart 7, it's news but not the news.
There was good news on Wednesday as inflation dipped again in March, driven partly by a fall in the price of chocolate and crumpets. It now stands at 3.2%, and that's a 2-year low, but it is slightly higher than the markets had expected. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was quick to claim credit and make clear that it's all about his plan.
Well, inflation is expected to continue falling over the coming months, but these things don't happen by accident. It's because we have a plan, and that plan is working. And you have to stick to that plan if we want the brighter future that we all want to see, and that's why our plan is so important.
Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey said the result was broadly as expected and that April might see a steeper fall. However, the chances of a rate decrease in June now look less likely. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt says that we've come a long way from the dark days of 2022.
That situation we were in 18 months ago with inflation at 11.1%, that is well and truly behind us. And if you're looking forward, the IMF today are saying that the UK will grow faster than France, Germany or Italy over the next 6 years. So we think we have very strong growth prospects.
Liz Truss has been doing a flurry of media interviews this week, desperately trying to push her way into the spotlight to sell copies of her book, 10 Years to Save the West. That's approximately 70 times the length of time she was Prime Minister, and her publicity-seeking efforts saw her turn into a hot topic at Prime Minister's Question Time. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer had clearly been browsing through what he called the only unsigned copy of the Truss memoirs, and he had some questions for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
She claims the Tory party's disastrous kamikaze budget that triggered chaos for millions was the happiest moment of her premiership. Has the Prime Minister met anyone with a mortgage who agrees?
Sunak fired back, suggesting that Starmer would be better off reading Angela Rayner's tax advice, and unusually for the PM, he wasn't shy about pushing Liz Truss under the bus.
2 years ago, I wasn't afraid to repeatedly warn about what her economic policies would lead to. I was right then, but I'm also right now when I say that his economic policies would be a disaster for Britain.
Israel appears to be proceeding with plans to launch its assault on Rafah. It's begun deploying additional armoured vehicles and artillery to the region, where over 1.4 million Palestinians are sheltering. The IDF has also ordered 40,000 tents for potentially displaced refugees. UK Foreign Secretary Lord David Cameron was in Israel on Wednesday, looking to calm the situation and de-escalate the tension between Israel and Iran. He met with both Israeli President Herzog and Prime Minister Netanyahu, who made it clear that Israel will make its own decision on when or where it strikes back. Cameron says that Britain is still showing solidarity with Israel while respecting Israel's independence, and that he intends to press for more sanctions on Iran at the G7.
Well, we want to see coordinated sanctions against Iran, and I think there's more that we can do to show united front that Iran is behind so much of the malign activity in this region.
The safety of Rwanda Bill faced more rounds of ping-pong on Wednesday. The House of Commons had rejected any amendments and returned the bill to the Lords, where it was expected it would finally pass and become law, maybe by the end of the week. However, the government suffered 2 more defeats, including on an amendment to offer protection for those Afghans who had supported the UK's armed forces. That meant the bill will be delayed until at least next week, which led to an angry backlash from Home Secretary James Cleverly. Tory MP and former Minister of Foreign Affairs Remen Chisti can't understand why the PM hasn't just pushed the legislation through.
At the end of the day, the public want us to get on and get it done, and we want to do it. This lot, the Labour lot, have delayed, dithered, delayed. We've got a plan, but we need to get it through. And I would add vote on it, and therefore we get those planes off and make sure that this policy, delivers what it needs to be delivering, which is deterrence.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 Champions League heartbreak, and Orlando Bloom is on the edge. Right after this.
Easy
Miracles do happen. A gorgeously imaginative new musical is now on Broadway. Water for Elephants is a New York Times Critics' Pick. It's stunning, emotional, spellbinding entertainment. A dazzling love story, propulsive with passion. Don't miss the best new musical on Broadway. Water for Elephants. Get tickets now at telecharge.com and choose the ride.
Welcome back.
Wednesday night saw the final spots for this year's Champions League semi-finals decided. Manchester City welcomed Real Madrid with the tie level at 3-3 after the first leg, while Arsenal travelled to Germany to take on Bayern Munich with their tie level at 2-2. It turned out to be a bitterly disappointing night for both English sides. Arsenal couldn't get the better of Thomas Tuchel's team and lost 1-0, going out 3-2 on aggregate. Manager Mikel Arteta was disappointed but focused on keeping his team's spirits up.
It's the moment to stay next to the players, give them support and stick to them because they are the ones that have taken us in this journey.
For reigning champions City, it was even more agonising. The game went to extra time after a 1-1 draw, then on to penalties, but Real Madrid triumphed and knocked out Pep's team.
Yeah, we did everything more than well, so in all departments, so we were outstanding the way we played, and unfortunately we could not win, and congratulations Madrid.
Mr. Katy Perry has been keeping a relatively low profile recently. Apart from an appearance in Gran Turismo, Orlando Bloom has been largely out of the spotlight. It turns out he was pretty busy doing insanely dangerous things, not quite at facing down Sauron outside Mordor levels, but pretty scary. He's made a new 3-part documentary in which he got to indulge his inner adrenaline junkie. It's called To the Edge, and it features Orlando over 3 episodes: free diving, mountain climbing and wingsuiting. He explained to Stephen Colbert how it happened.
Actually, what I really wanted to do was like something that showed longevity, living life so that you could live longer. And they were like, didn't get any bites on that from any studio. I was like,
what if we dropped you out of a plane,
How about
Orlando?
we just throw you to the bottom of the ocean?
When you see David E. Kelly's name on a TV production, you know you're in for a good one. He's created and produced shows from Ally McBeal to Boston Legal, Boston Public and Big Little Lies. Now he's turned his attention to Tom Wolfe's novel A Man in Full. It's coming to Netflix as a 6-part series in May, and it's got Jeff Daniels in the starring role of property developer Charlie Croker. And if you have vague memories of a terrible movie version of the novel with Tom Hanks and Melanie Griffith, put it out of your mind.
I'm not sure who the hell you think you're talking to.
I'm talking to a shithead.
Charlie is disgusting. And his debt could be your debt.
I don't just want to take down your ex-husband. I want to devour him.
Let's eat!
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Miracles do happen. A gorgeously imaginative new musical is now on Broadway. Water for Elephants is a New York Times Critics' Pick. It's stunning, emotional, spellbinding entertainment. A dazzling love story, propulsive with passion. Don't miss the best new musical on Broadway. Water for Elephants. Get tickets now at telecharge.com and choose the ride.